on Iwtv News.
What I did for my summer vacation? Robots from the cup up. Heads were spinning. Their future up in the air. Young riveters flapping their wings. Futures taking flight. Getting a bang out of the fourth. The men's and women's soccer teams with a firecracker of a sail. Say what? Practice in June? You heard right. Getting a jump on the competition.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to Iwtv News, this very special summer edition. I'm JJ Davis. So, what are you doing for summer vacation? Well, you know, when I think of summer camp, do cabins, lakes, swimming ring a bell? And you know, for others, how about this?
Robots, I used to know the code to make you overload.
Overloading with cups and kids, kindergartners through second graders, just under 24 little mechanical engineers.
Does anybody want orange tape?
Taping on their markers and making their mark on the robotics and electronics camp.
I first turned you on.
How have they surprised me? Well, there's 23 of them, and they're a lot more smarter than we think they are. A lot of them know principles of robotics. They know what robots do. They know that there's robots in the industry, which is weird for a kindergarten through second grader.
Because that wasn't fun, was it? It really does seem like they definitely pick up on it, and like they actually want to actually get their hands on it. They're not doing it because they feel like they have to. They're doing it because they want to do it.
The young Transformers want to get their hands on some snacks. Take a seat and take in a movie. Nothing says robots like WALL-E.
Even some of the 4-year-olds, they know how batteries work, they know how magnets work, and they can really utilize the information that we're using here to make new things at home.
It's pretty simple. It's a cup and some arms and some markers, and you just get a piece of paper. Markers and a battery and tape and the cup.
What is the funnest part?
How it spins, and you can take the lids off for it to be drying, like
Robots, I used to know.
I think it's a free day of fun, honestly. It just helps them have fun and get out of the house for a day, and it might spark their interest in the program later on.
Robots,
Later, after lunch, electronics will light up these faces, but not before our future spins past their presents. Gifts, courtesy of the Iowa Western Robotics and Electronics Camp. Music to their ears.
robots, now your eyes are cold, but your perfect skin still shines. Robots.
More shine to come. Camp Bump with a bumper crop. They were digging it. Defying gravity all day long. Ready for takeoff when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is Iwtv News.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
You know, I think this is cool. In fact, I wish I would have done it when I was young. Now, the sky is the limit for this next bunch. A future squadron just ready to get their hands on the controls and yet another flight plan for the future. Roger that, Iowa Western. Planes. Planes. And even more planes. Iowa Western flying high with a fundamentals of flight and aircraft maintenance camp. 6th to 8th graders gear down at the Council Bluffs Airport.
Kids seem to have an interest in aviation overall and trying to inspire some of that and becoming pilots and mechanics is what we're here to do.
Not enough lift.
On the aerodynamic side, we're talking about different types of power plants, propeller-driven aircraft versus jet aircraft, and those questions are easily answered but surprising coming from them.
Ready? Introduce them to some sheet metal work, basic aircraft controls, let them start up a turbine engine and that thing, just so they can get an idea of what aviation careers are all about. At first, when I took them into the sheet metal shop, they were just pounding on the sheet metal with hammers, but as they realized they could attach metal, cut it into unique shapes, they started to get ideas like building a little man.
Well, at first I had doubts about it because I don't really like that really high altitudes that much, but it actually seems really fun.
Right and left rudder, just keep it on the main line of the runway.
For 6th to 8th grade on the flight simulator, there's a little bit of initial setup that we have to do, but once we get them in the air and simulator all good to go, it's just learning the basic movements of the aircraft, and that do fine on their own.
I've had experience with other flight simulators before, so it was quite easy. What I have learned is that a few extra things about aerodynamics, why the plane's wings are tilted and why they are.
Is there more to flying than you thought?
Yes, a lot of buttons and switches and just trying to keep it straight.
Do you see yourself down the road flying in the friendly skies?
Yeah, I can picture it. I'm thinking a smaller plane. Not one of those giant ones.
My hope is that they will see in aviation a career that they can get involved with as they grow older. The industry is in dire need of mechanics right now. We have a shortage, so the more young people that can get into it, the better it will be for the industry and themselves.
Future aviation industry mechanics? Pilots, perhaps? Their futures? Still up in the air. These Reiver campers airing it out at the Council Bluffs Airport, flying high in the realities of flight. A flight made possible, roger that, Iowa Western. Keeping things on the ground. Another 4th of July has come and gone, and a couple of teams kicking in to do their part. And in the end, everybody gets a bang out of it. The watch party is on for fireworks shows. The goal for the Iowa Western soccer teams? Come get a bang for your buck under the big top.
This is an effort to raise money for our soccer programs. It's a joint effort between the men's and women's soccer. And we love getting out in the community, and we love to see how our community supports us.
This gorilla of an operation taking a bite out of the community for the second year in a row. It exploded on the other side of the tracks June 19th.
Buy one, get 3 free at the moment. And so, you know, it's for a bunch of different fireworks. It really just depends what you're looking for. If you want something to wake up your neighbors, we definitely have the opportunity to do that.
Every year we try to outdo what we did the year before. If you don't live up to it, then you know the kids are disappointed. So every year bigger and better. Love to support the Reivers, love to support the college and everything that they're doing.
One grandchild had a little bit of his own money, but we surpassed that quite a bit. So anything for the kids. They wanted any and everything. I don't mind for a good cause.
It's going directly to our fundraising account. And so with that, you know, we're going to look at various things from, you know, locker room upgrades to equipment, new jerseys, a lot of different things, you know, just to make the experience even better for our student athletes.
I don't really know the names of them, but just the 16,000 roll firecrackers. I've seen those. They're just, that's nothing I've never seen before.
Yeah, I actually have. This big red thunder, because it has Nebraska logos on it. It's bad.
They see the banners out front and they want to come in, they want to support us, and it's great that we can provide a service to them while they support us.
In the end, this fireworks for the 4th bargain under the big top brings in around $24,000. The Iowa Western men's and women's soccer teams exploding with gratitude. Of course, both look to get out of the upcoming season. And then there's the dog days of football. Some early birds learning to fly without pads. Christmas come early, a gift putting more than just a bounce in their step after the break.
It was convenient. I lived right down the street, and it came highly recommended as far as the program. When I came here, I was welcomed with open arms. Everybody was, really nice and, do you need help? Can I get you where you need to go? So there was never any issues. I think the friends that I walked away with, we're still, it's been 4 years since I graduated, and we're still friends, and I still talk to my instructors, and everybody always wants to check up on you. How are you doing? How's life? It was a lot of fun, and it was a great learning experience. We had a lot of different instructors that offered a lot of different knowledge. So I went to Children's Hospital for a clinical towards the end of the program. And that was when I think I knew that I could do this job, because I was there with no instructor. It was just a ton of fun. It was something that we don't do every day as pediatrics. So it was a great learning experience to have. I used to do hair for a living, and I had a client sit in my chair one day that was a nurse, and she was on call that day, so she started talking to me that she used to be a surgical tech, and that's when I started looking into it. I think it's
just helping people every day. You know, some of the patients that roll into the OR, it's the worst day ever, and you get to help make that a little bit better. I think the instructors played a really big role, just, you know, helping guide me along, and if I ever had any problems, I could go to them and just say, hey, look, this is my struggle, and they helped me through it, and a great community to be a part of. I would say just do it. If the job itself is a ton of fun, you learn something new every day, and I wouldn't dream of doing anything else. It was a great experience, and I would definitely do it all over again.
When I heard this, I was like, what? Never heard or seen this before. But in the end, everybody wins. And winning is the end result, the end of the journey. Well, the journey starts early for the Iowa Western women's basketball team. Now remember, the Reivers one win away from going to nationals last season. So every little thing helps. The Reiver 10 on June 17th. It's the first day of a 2-week newly implemented NJCAA practice period for the Iowa Western women's basketball team. 10 days, 8 new girls, and only 2 returning players later. First impression.
They want to work hard. It's amazing. I don't have to ask. I don't have to ask them to go a little bit harder. We had our first week of workouts, and I know some of them hadn't done anything before they got here. And Coach Adam had them do some tough conditioning. They didn't quit. Some of them went to the training room a long time after they were done here, but they didn't quit. They pushed through the pain because they want it. Regular or break, right? This is a jump start for something special this year. When we don't get the ball, you cut really hard. You thought you were open. This is the first time we get to do it. We take advantage of being together. When you allow the defense to stand in one spot, we got a lot of people that are just getting comfortable with each other, brand new. They don't know each other. They don't know me. Use your legs, fix your miss, yes? Yes, we're showing, we're teaching, we're coaching. That's what we do. We're trying to get them to the next level. But I'd say more than anything else, it's about the team bonding.
Just everyone's work ethic, and just we're way bigger than we were last year, way like faster, stronger, everything's just better.
Yeah, oh, we had to get bigger. We saw the teams that we played this year that we were too little.
First impression was unexpected. I didn't expect none of this, and I love it. Because it's dedication. Either you do or you don't. It's no in between, it's no sometiming. It's you do and you go hard, or you don't and go hard.
She's a great coach, yeah. She gets the best out of us at every practice, every second. She's really hard on us, but it's good because she gets the best out of us, and you know, she's always giving 100%, and she expects that from us too.
Remember, when we screen away, these guys want it. They're here. We've got a kid from LA that flew in, a kid from London that flew in. Of course, some of our local kids, we've got a kid from Minneapolis, South Bend, Indiana, St. Louis, Chicago, Denver, Colorado. They were able to get here. That's not that big of a trip. But and I wasn't really expecting this many to show up. And when they wanted to be here, that means something.
Something to think about? The Reivers play 10 games, 5 each, 2 consecutive weekends. Iowa Western goes 8 and 2. The Reiver 10 in the beginning and then the end. Next season, can't get here fast enough. Same deal for that perennial powerhouse that is the Iowa Western volleyball team. Now, before things get serious, how about some seriousness with some future Reivers, perhaps?
1, 2, 3, Reivers!
And they're off, and 24 middle school age girls, serving, bumping, and giggling.
Okay, you cannot break it. There's only one contact.
It's the first of a 3-day volleyball camp in Reiver Arena.
The goal is to get our community involved. That way we can get kids to come and watch us, also for us to get to know them and see what's out there, and maybe we can find a future Reiver in this.
We're gonna compete.
Yeah! You have to bring a lot of energy. You have to get out of your comfort zone and try to get involved with them and try to be funny and silly. And I think the more you switch from drills and try to get them entertained and different, jumping from here to here.
You get to meet a lot of new girls and what they like to do, maybe if they already play volleyball, what their position is and how they do it. And you can also learn a lot from volleyball and how other people teach you.
You do it with one hand or two hands. I'm just going to do it with one, two hands.
That you can use your arms. You can use your arms as much as you can use your legs.
I've learned how to bump better, like to set it up. I learned how to actually set it, and I know how to attack better now.
You have to stay on them and try to remind them every single time and try to stay watching them so they become a habit. I think they have a blast. I think it's a lot of entertainment for them. They get to hang out with their young friends and hang out with us, and then when they come to the games, it's like, oh my God, hi coach, and it's fun.
The first session bumps from 9 to 12. The second for 20 or so younger liberos courting lessons from 1 to 3 p.m. The annual Iowa Western Volleyball Camp. And they're off and having fun. You go, girls. Rise and shine and run, run, run. It isn't fun for some of the runners, that is, depending on how they run with it. On the other side.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new. Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened? Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Drop that baby.
Okay, it's decision time. I want flexibility, more doing, hands-on experience, and working sooner. I gotta make a choice. I want to get started, now. Find your path at iwcc.edu and get hands-on real-world experience. Start now at Iowa Western.
The football season just weeks away. Can you believe it? Getting ready, conditioning these days is a year-round thing. Football, baby. In all, around 180 guys will be here ready to tackle fall camp. So how does the Iowa Western coaching staff separate the men from the boys? Well, for starters, on your mark, get set. Around 60 or so incoming Reivers ready to run on a hot summer morning.
Run!
And run, hit the dirt, take off. They do.
The main thing for us is just to try to get them in the best shape possible that we possibly can for camp.
You come out of this thing, fall out.
Because you only get 15 practices.
Oh my God! Go!
Probably as good as a group that we've ever had come in. I mean, there's a lot of talent here right now.
There you go, good, good.
There's a different feel right now in July than in the past years, so it's a good thing right now. Sometimes when you get the talent, it takes a little bit to get them going, but we don't have to say a whole lot to them. They're working. I think they know what the expectations are right now, and they're working their tails off.
Turn and go, run, go, finish!
This school is dope. I'm with all my brothers. I mean, I expected this, and I'm just ready to work. When you come here, you gotta work no matter what. There's great competition. It's just like Division I football.
Good.
It was hard work, but I got through it. I was tired. You gotta keep fighting through adversity and all that. They're pretty cool here. Little goofy guys. I fit in right with them.
So you've been they're getting an evaluation. I tell them it's a huge bonus to be here, but it can also not be a bonus if you don't take advantage of it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see these guys. They've been working really hard, and can't wait to see them how they gel with the other guys.
The other guys, about 120 of them, set to check in July 30th, and then the real football fun begins. Summer conditioning at Iowa Western. Just a whiff of what's to come. And it's coming for all the fall sports teams. Football players report for camp July 30th. Now remember, Iowa Western kicks off its season less than a month later, Thursday night, August 22nd, at home against Coffeyville. The volleyballers, third-place finishers at last year's Nationals, report for duty August 1st. The Reivers' first match, August 23rd in Reiver Arena. Sophomores come to camp for the women's soccer team July 28th, freshmen July 31st. First home match, again, Friday, August 23rd. The men kick in July 30th. First game, same deal, August 23rd. Cross country runs onto campus August 4th. And of course, the first day of fall classes, August 19th. So time does fly when you're having fun. And so fun times to be had by all. And the fun home that is the Iowa Western television news team will all be here before one can say, jump cut. And then the real fun begins with the usual weekly cast of characters in and about Reiver Country. And so for this latest and very special summer edition of Iwtv News, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
Iwtv is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.